Hey friends, today we're making an easy gluten-free vegan almond flour bread. Just 8 ingredients, zero stress, no kneading, no babysitting, and no weird science experiment. So let's get started. Here's what you'll need: potato starch and almond flour for structure, salt for flavor, xanthan gum to play gluten stunt double, instant yeast to make it rise and shine, water and olive oil to keep things moist, and a little maple syrup to charm your taste buds. And that's it, just 8 simple ingredients. This recipe is loosely based on the one that came with the bread maker. But of course, I couldn't leave it alone. I had to tinker. I swapped out the flours like a mad scientist until this combo came to life. And let me tell you, this is the one. Look, almond flour is expensive, so here's my tip. Buy in bulk when it's on sale, or hit up Trader Joe's like I did. It's usually the most affordable option that doesn't taste like sadness. In gluten-free baking, precision is the name of the game. Eyeballing? That's for gluten eaters. Get yourself a kitchen scale and weigh the flours in grams, which promotes the highest level of consistency in each loaf you bake. Start with 199 grams of potato starch. I'm using organic starch from Food to Live. I keep mine in a glass jar and store the extra in a sealed canning jar to keep everything fresh. Now measure out 181 grams of almond flour. Normally, I dump all the dry stuff in one bowl like a speedy baking ninja. But today we're keeping things separate and civilized so you can actually see what's going on. Pro tip: before we dump anything in, double check that the paddle is locked into the pan. You don't want to find out it's missing halfway through adding the ingredients. Time to load up the pan. Always start with the wet ingredients: water, maple syrup, and olive oil. If they've been chilling in the fridge, give them a quick zap in the microwave for 10 seconds. We want them warm and cozy. Next comes to the dry team: potato starch, almond flour, salt, and xanthan gum. Use a spatula to get every last crumb out of the bowl. This isn't time to be lazy. Sprinkle the instant yeast on top like fairy dust. Keep it away from the wet stuff at the bottom. This is how you get a nice rise instead of a sad slump. Close the lid and set your bread maker to the gluten-free cycle. Mine is setting 5. I go with the 1.5 loaf and the dark crust. Don't skip it. After the first mix, open the lid and scrape down the sides. This helps everything blend evenly. Think of it as like coaching your dough to be its best self. We're baking. The loaf is puffing up like a proud little bread cloud. About an hour left, enough time to scroll social media and pretend you're productive. Boom, the bread is done. I crack the lid for the first time to let it cool and avoid the steamy bread sweat trap. Then unplug the machine. Twist and lift the pan out. Wear an oven mitt, it's very hot. I speak from experience. Sometimes I let it sit for a half hour before removing it from the machine. Flip the pan over and the loaf should slide right out. If not, give it a gentle shake. Check the bottom for the paddle. It hides pretty well. I used a little hook tool that came with my machine, but if you lost that, a chopstick would work in a pinch. Let it sit out for 15 minutes. I know it's hard. You'll get a perfect squared shaped loaf. Great for toasting sandwiches or just eating it straight up. Adjust your slices depending on how wide your toaster is. Alright, the moment of truth. This is warm and toasty perfection. It's officially a weekend staple in our house. Even my gluten-eating husband approves, and that's saying something. Store the loaf in an airtight container for 3 to 4 days. I'll link my fave below. After that, it firms up, but don't toss it. Cube it and bake it into croutons. You're welcome. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more yummy recipes, and let me know in the comments how yours turns out. Check my website for full printable recipes. Most of the products and ingredients I used are linked in the description below, and I'll see you next time.